Hi Libras, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. This is for any Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but also if you have Libra in a particular planet that you need clarity. For instance, if Libra is in your Mercury, rules Mercury in your chart, and you need some clarity on something related to communication or your thoughts, then this message is for you as well. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you to all my subscribers. Hit that like button and comment. It really does help the algorithm. I had a fascinating message that came while I was clearing your cards. First off, I'm getting this new spark of determination, like there's a fire under you. You're feeling like all this energy coming back into your life. Saturn just went retrograde in Pisces. We have Neptune in Pisces retrograde. We have Pluto in Aquarius retrograde, but we also have Jupiter in Gemini and all of these wonderful things for expansion. So just make sure though that you don't focus too much on that bold determination, because I got this message and it's very interesting, but that song, Proud to Be American, came in my head, but a very sarcastic way of singing it. And so there is this energy of feeling some frustration, possibly with current events when you look at current events around the globe, but mainly here in the United States. And so I did get this message that like you want to make sure that you are focusing on how your life feels. And if your life feels off balance, do not focus that energy on other people's energy causing that, but make sure that we always go inside and check in with ourselves, okay? Because those triggers come from within. And there's just a very strong message here that with this new determination, that with this forward moving direction, all of these things are super great, but we just want to make sure that we don't give away our power by focusing too much on what we don't want in our life, okay? Because Pluto's here to transform for all of us. And the best way that you can do that is keeping your internal world balanced and keeping your vibration high and believing that that Aquarian age is here, okay? So let's see what we got going on for Libras. I also got to this message that you want to make sure that you're focusing on what your life feels like more than what it looks like, because that's where the shift happens. We got to be aligned with that energy first. Wow, yeah. And in tune with our emotions, in tune with our dreams. Also too, there's a strong message that you might be having a lot of messages coming through in your dreams. And so if there is somebody who has passed that you want to speak to, ask them to come to you in your dreams. Ask them, for a sign or a message, and they're more than willing to help you, okay? All right. Okay, so that's so interesting after everything that I said in the beginning. So overall energy for this week is the Empress. Okay, this is wonderful. This is Venus energy. So wherever Venus is right now could have a strong hold on you. So what sign rules Venus in your chart? What house is Venus in? But I really want you to make sure that your focus is on all of the beauty in the world. And that can be hard when there is so much chaos, when there is so much shift with the Capricorn paradigm ending and the Aquarian age coming in. It's hard not to look at that. It's hard as a Libra who believes in justice, who believes in balance, who believes in things being fair, and you don't see things fair in the world. That is extremely hard. But the message here is that you want to shift your energy into the Empress and focus on all the beauty. And the thing preventing you, which the Empress is over here looking kind of annoyed at the Devil. Now the Devil is your shadow side. It is Capricorn. And so it is this Capricorn paradigm. There's a lot of frustration coming. But when we get frustrated, when we feel like we exert our energy too much on this negativity, the Devil wins, because the Devil wants your energy to be drained. The Devil wants you to rely on escapism. The Devil wants your life to be off balance, because when that happens, the Devil has control. Now, the Devil is not something to be feared. It's your shadow side. It's a part of who you are, okay? And so your shadow side does this subconsciously out of fear, okay? Even if where you are is not where you want to be, your shadow side prefers the comfort of what it knows, even if what it knows isn't good for it. And so there's this just do not give your shadow side so much power. Face it. It's not as scary as it seems. That journal I always talk about is so wonderful, and it lightens the load energetically. What you need less of is that Ace of Swords. So this determination, right? This strong energy is saying that with this boldness, we want to just be very, very, very mindful of what direction we are choosing to go in, especially when it comes to how we communicate. And if you are in a line of communication, that there, you want some freedom, like I'm getting, like I just want to be done with something. How you express yourself and how you focus your energy with your thoughts is very important. Now remember, you're an air sign, okay? And this type of energy is telling me that as much as you want freedom from something, you're not going to get it until you just go within and face this, okay? So let's get some clarity on these, and let's clarify the Empress. Why is the... Okay, well, that was easy. Okay, so the Empress clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so there is a very strong message of you being stuck in your head. This is Jupiter and Gemini, feeling like we're stuck, but we are sticking ourselves, if you will, okay, by how we're thinking about our situation, by how we're thinking about the world. It's causing us to feel stuck. I'm getting a strong message, though, that this is related to your relationships, and I want you to be very mindful of Leo energy. So if you have any prominent Leo placements, be mindful of that. These relationships, though, too, I love is because this is the wonderful balance, the earth and the water, and they're sharing these cups. And it's this joining that I think is... So this is an interesting message, because at the end of July, we have Chiron going retrograde, and there's a strong message of any hurt egos. And if you don't have any shadow energy related to your ego cleared up, it can cause some friction with your relationships, okay? And so just know that if this is related to relationships, we want to not fear the worst, okay? Instead of thinking about the worst that can happen, think about the best that can happen with whatever relationship this is for you, okay? All right, so now let's check out this devil. Let's clarify the devil here for Libras. Why is the devil here? Whoa. Okay. Yeah, all right, so the devil is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So shifting your perspective on the part of yourself that the devil is the shadow energy is causing... Here we go. This is how the devil is tricking you, is really, I guess this is the clarity that we're getting. So this is Neptune, and Seven of Pentacles is Taurus. It's Saturn and Taurus. And so there's something here with your shadow side and your finances. And it's this idea of like, how long is this going to take? Why isn't this here? It is here, but it's not what I wanted. And all of these things that are causing you to feel frustration, okay? But it's a trick is really what I'm getting. So if you can shift your perspective, if you can rethink and let go of something, because you're holding on to something that you're not meant to hold on to anymore. And I don't think we know how liberating it could be, okay? And so it's fascinating because it's like there's this idea that you think this is the path, but really the path is going in and digging deep and clearing that energy, because the astrology is there for you to do it, Libras, all right? Like clear that shadow energy. Okay, so Seven of Wands, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Wands is Mars and Leo. It's asserting yourself with courage and taking a stand for what you believe in. But with this in the area of what you need less of, there's this strong conviction within you that is actually draining you. And this is the trick of the Capricorn paradigm, which is very fascinating, like seeing the devil, because this is more major arcana. So this could be more on a global scale and not just in your internal world, but seeing how that collective energy is affecting you and working against you, okay? And so there is this idea of like wanting to be the warrior, wanting to, exert your energy to fight the toxicity. And that's the trick, is like the Capricorn paradigm wants you to focus your energy on it. It wants you to fight it, because then it gains more power. And in this Aquarian age, what we focus less on is it goes away, okay? We give it power by focusing on it, by giving our energy to it. We are energy. What you focus on, what you focus on is what you're going to get more of. And so the Empress is here like you have, like, and not ignoring your shadow. You have to face it, but how you face it, it's not a fight, all right? It's something to heal. So let's get an empowering question, then we're going to close this out, Libras, okay? What empowering question is going to help Libras when it comes to facing their shadow? Okay, so you got 3, which makes sense. Okay, so the first one, Libras, what kinds of feelings am I feeling right now? What kinds of metaphors can I find to describe my feelings? This is going to help you get in touch with your shadow side, okay? Because that's where we go to the deeper, like, subconscious part of your shadow. What does happiness mean to me? That's very important too when you're focusing on the Empress in your relationships. And what kinds of recurring situations or people do I attract? What kinds of lessons might they have about myself? So I do think when it comes to relationships, when it comes to situations where you get into this energy, when we can see our part in it, when we can see the lesson that is to be learned, once that lesson is learned, then we can move on to the next step, okay? But I do get, if it's love and if it's finances, there's a strong Saturn lesson here. So please take a look at Saturn in your chart, what house Saturn is in, what sign rules Saturn in your chart, because I do think there's a lot of clarity related to the shadow energy for you. So Libras, thank you so much. We're going to do one more clarifier. If Libras take this advice, what is the end result? Wow. King of Pentacles. So it's so fascinating because Aries got the same thing too, where it's like, hey, if you can do this, if you can face your shadow, King of Pentacles, this is boss energy. This is manifesting wealth and everything, honestly, you've ever wanted. And it's also a reminder, delayed gratification pays off. It's dependable, loyal energy. And this is a king too who knows that balance is necessary. Okay. Also interesting, Taurus here. Okay. So there's a lot of energy related to Taurus. It could be a Taurus in your life. But I just really get this idea that like the love and the nurturing Taurus energy with your finances, like this is the new paradigm. That's the kind of King of Coins. The King of Coins doesn't hoard his money, okay? He earned his wealth. He shares his wealth. He knows the balance of give and take. So if you can do this, though, I'm telling you, Libras, like there's major level up. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with somebody who needs to hear this message, and as always, shine your inner light. You've got this.